We happy? Vincent? We happy?
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 141. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community, and there was a lot of buzz and excitement in the air, close to 900 people watching him, tons of questions around Cycle 2. It was a really fun stream. Now, before we get to those questions, huge shout out, and I truly mean this, to a brand new sponsor, a brand new partner to Action RPG, and this is the Crimson Market. And you've seen me advertise the Crimson Market during my streams. They work with content creators like Rax and Woody. They are an absolutely awesome partner. Now, if you don't know what the Crimson Market is, the way that I describe this to my community is it's a modern day gaming club. That's how I like to look at it. Great networking, great Discord. They've got awesome tools on their website, but more importantly, they give away a custom PC every 30 days. And the next PC giveaway is the most powerful PC they've ever done. And when I mean custom, I mean custom. Check out this PC on screen right now. Yes, this is an EHG and it has the clock on it. And that is not just a piece of plastic, that is a functional clock. Yes, I know. I want one as well. You could actually set the clock to your time. It is absolutely so cool. And they are working on a brand new Last Epoch PC. If you head to the first link in the description, you could sign up at the Crimson Market. And right now they have a golden ticket. And the golden ticket is basically going to give you 30 days of their free Royal tier. So you can at least try it out and see if you like it. They are an awesome partner. Thank you so much to the Crimson Market for sponsoring this video. All right, let's get to our first question from Mike, and this is around stash tabs.
All the things. Will there be more for organizing our chest tabs? Yes. Stash tabs are we've got more updates for stash tabs organization coming down the pipe. Didn't quite make it in for 1.1, but I think it'll be in a 1.1x hotfix at some point. I hope. I don't see why I wouldn't.
More organization is coming, which you know I like, but what I really want to see is I've been getting lots of complaints about people that are trying to manage their inventory from cycle to legacy and having how that maneuvers and the communication around it, so I hope there's some improvements there. Nemesis?
Today just wanted to say it's been another excellent update. Nemesis and Harbinger systems filled so much needed holes in the endgame and item hunt. Looking forward to playing a ton of 1.1 and seeing what's next. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy with the reception for Nemesis has been fantastic. Like, really happy with that. I know a lot of people are the big criticism we've had so far on it is they just want more of it. Which, as far as criticisms to have of it, that's a pretty okay one for us. I think we are turning it up a little bit. It's not quite pushed through yet, but I think that's well on its way.
Mike said later in the stream too, he reiterated that they are going to allow more Nemesis or more spawns of Nemesis throughout the endgame, but it still won't be every echo. It appears EHG is starting to leapfrog.
We've started to we're in the process of trying to develop forward a little bit more now. So we've started some projects for 1.2, 1.3. We just kicked off a project for 1.4. And I think what we're going to see is we're going to start to see the as we kind of get into this groove of every 3 to 4 months getting a patch cycle out, it's gonna calm down, smooth out, feel really natural. It's just we're getting back into the groove of things because we spent a couple years doing it like that already, where we were looking forward to future patches. And now we've got better systems in place to do that. So we're going to start to see, I think, better quality content coming out as well, because we're going to have a bigger lead time and refining time for that as well.
The game is growing, the studio is growing, and the patches are going to be more consistent. All good things. Mike addresses the elephant in the room.
All right, is the team disappointed with the max of 70,000 concurrent players from 230,000 from launch? No, I think I think you're always going to see a much bigger spike on a 1.0 launch. I think also days of the week had a big impact to do with it, and there's other things going on at the same time that are still deflecting people's attention a little bit. I would say I haven't looked at today. I'm hoping to see a little bit higher today or tomorrow, even when it's weekend. I think we've proven a stable launch is possible, which is great. I think once we've worked out some of the kinks that happen with the cycle rollover this time, that'll be better next time as well. I think we'll see numbers go up. I try so hard to just avoid numbers. I have no idea what the player count is today. Oh, I have no idea what it was yesterday. I have no idea what it was the day before that. And I really go off feel a lot. So just like the questions that are coming in the Ask Des channel in Discord, the things you see in like Reddit and Facebook and not really Facebook anymore, but like.
I'm going to stop Mike right there. So obviously there is a ton of competition. The first Descendant has over 200,000 concurrent players. Cycle 2 dropped the exact same day as Once Human, which had over 80,000 concurrent players. You have Torchlight Infinite Season 5 that dropped on the 4th of July. And now on July 12th, you have Diablo 3 Season 32. On top of that, because, all these things do matter, a large swath of the action RPG content creators are actually in LA working with Blizzard right now, checking out the Spiritborn. So there really is a lot of stuff going on. I love this idea.
Have you guys thought about adding a new rune that changes an item to have 3 prefixes and 1 suffix? Yes, we have. I haven't seen that suggestion from the community before. I don't think it may have. That's why I smiled. But
he basically says they've thought about it, maybe in the future. If that was possible, as somebody that loves Minion, I would also want to see 3 suffix and 1 prefix. Good old cycle versus legacy.
Content of each cycle be integrated into the core games. Yes. This is something that we have planned for the first 2 cycles. It depends how the feedback from the systems are that will ultimately determine it right now. If something goes horribly wrong, maybe not. But we do plan to incorporate everything into the legacy version, which it already is by default right now. So it's already being incorporated. Maintaining 2 separate versions of the game is kind of intimidating for us at the moment, which we don't really want to do. This is part of the reason why we're just incorporating everything. We also think that there's just room for more core content in the game still before it becomes a little bit overwhelming for new players especially. So we want those new things that we're adding right now, like in 1.2, the Primal Hunt stuff, the next chapter, all that stuff is it's key for new and returning players, and it's the same way that the Nemesis system is key for new and returning players. And I think it's really important that we have these getting these core systems fleshed out and yeah.
Unfortunately, Mike was asked over and over and over and over again, hey, is the Nemesis system going core? And he's just like, yeah, it's already core. People kept bringing this up to me during stream today, that there are already people bouncing in and out of the campaign over and over and over again just to grab the Nemesis.
You guys fine with abusing Nemesis system? No. I mean, teleport in and out of a zone until it appears. No, I think that existing in and of itself is fine for the most part. However, anytime there's a system in the game which presents a optimal path that is not fun to play, that's what we're leery of. So, if if we're looking at the system and we go like, hey, going in and out of the zone, low level zone over and over again is technically the best way to interact with the Nemesis system. It's the most efficient way. It means that you're going to get to a point where people are just doing that for hours, and that's boring. Running in and out of a zone with no challenge is not fun. Not to mention bad for the servers. Like,
let me jump in. I'd rather not play. Ellie Butcher.
Did you ever consider adding a butcher style enemy that invades you like Diablo 4 into the game? Maybe. I think there's kind of a history of a little bit more aggressive is the wrong word, but like that. So how does this in Diablo 2? Like you could full on just like aggro someone and be like, I'm going to attack you now. You better run or leave this game, deal with it, or fight back. You know, like those are your options. And I think that legacy's carried forward a little bit, which I don't hate at all. I'd want to see it in like specific zones, have people like be prepared for it, sort of thing.
I own all the supporter packs. I have all the MTX. This one I kind of agree with.
All right. I hope I don't insult anyone with this feedback. It's okay. I've almost certainly heard worse, whatever it's going to be. But I really want to throw money at you guys. Yeah, I've heard worse. But your skins just aren't wowing me like PoE does. What are your guys' plans to make the skins quality and wow factor be better? I think the skins have been very steadily improving in quality and wow factor. And we're just going to continue to get better and better and better. So, get better is our strategy. I don't know. I think they I think we're on a completely different level here than we were when we first introduced them.
I love Last Epoch. I love EHG. 700 videos on YouTube, stream the game all the time. I love it. It's my favorite. When you look at MTX compared to Diablo, Torchlight, PoE, LE is much lower. All right, everyone. Unfortunately, we have come to the final question for Dev Chat 144 around everyone's favorite question, sets. Mike, as always, thank you for continuing these Friday live streams. The community truly appreciates it. And to everybody out there, don't forget to check out, again, the first link in the description to go over to the Crimson Market and sign up, get in that giveaway so you can win yourself a free PC. I'm done. Mike, take it away.
Have plans in place to rework set items? Hey, what an appropriately timed question. And if so, what patch? Yes, we do. We have we've had some long-standing plans to make some pretty significant changes to how set items interact with and fit into your item build for a character in general. We would really like to see them be much more represented than they are now, but not so represented that they take over the process and simplify the amount of items you're considering too much. If set items become too powerful and too ubiquitous, one decision or four decisions can end up becoming one decision. So if you're like, okay, do I put should have looked at what it was giving me. You're like, okay, well, do I put this item on my weapon or not? Becomes, do I put these 4 items on my character for a 4-piece set type thing? Usually we only have 3-piece sets, but still, there's a lot of room for reducing the amount of like thought that can go into the, hey, I'm making a build, what items am I going to pick process. Which is good and bad in certain situations, but in general, we don't want set items to become ubiquitous. We would, however, like them to be frequently used to some capacity. And what that looks like, we're still, we haven't explained. I'm being very vague, and this is all stuff I've said before. But it is something that we are actively working on, and we do have a good solution in design for them. We just haven't scheduled them in yet, so I don't know when they're coming, but we do have a plan for them to come and be awesome. I'll tell you this: definitely not in patch 1.1.